Well, there are rumors in Iraq that the government wants the United States to vacate Iraq, the U.S. Army to leave Iraq, but so far we did not get official statement throughout the meetings with the Iraqi delegations that requires us to leave Iraq. We were invited by the Iraqi government to send our troops to Iraq, and the Iraqi government is the only establishment in Iraq, the official organization in Iraq that would that they could ask us to leave. Once they ask us to leave, we will leave. We are there by invitation from the Iraqi government, and that happened in 2014 when ISIS attacked Iraq and occupied almost one third of Iraq and parts of Syria. At that time, the Iraqi government asked us to send army to Iraq to help them, and we helped them. And once the Iraqi army finds it comfortable for them to fight ISIS, and they ask us to leave, we would leave, of course. Well, so far, ISIS is not gone. uh, ISIS, as you know, is an ideology, and it's very hard to defeat ideology. And therefore, it is incumbent on the leaders of Iraq and in Syria also to find ways to fight ISIS. The only institution in Iraq who could determine whether there is a need for the U.S. Army to stay in Iraq or leave is the army, the Iraqi army. Once they realize that they could, they have the power to defeat ISIS without the help of the U.S., then it's their role, no more the American role. Well, the Iraqi forces are well trained and they have the military equipment to defeat ISIS, but I would leave it to the military leadership in Iraq to determine at what stage they could rely on their forces and not on foreign forces, on the U.S. forces uh, to fight ISIS. It's up to the Iraqi army to determine that, and I don't think the politicians in Iraq should have say in this. They should leave that to the Iraqi military, to determine whether the U.S. forces are needed or not. Well, we didn't reach that level yet. There are meetings going on. As you know, there are committees who are working on this issue. Once they determine or they agree that there is no more need to the American army in Iraq, then we would leave. Well, there is no pressure from the United States on this committee. They meet and they draw the plans for the Iraqi army and all what's needed for the Iraqi army to defeat ISIS. It's on the table, and it's up to the Iraqi delegation to determine whether we have to stay there or not. After all, we were there at the invitation of the Iraqi government. Once the Iraqi government find that there is no need for the U.S. Army, we would leave.